1 of installing a drip irrigation system for your home garden. I've got 2 4x8 raised beds and another 4x4 bed, and then a front garden bed, flower bed. And I'm going to run a drip line from the back faucet around the corner into these beds, put a timer on it so that we can automate the watering. And well, I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. I've got my the drip system purchased at Lowe's, the Mr. Landscaper. It was like $60 for a starter kit. Bought a few extra lines and a few extra things, but should be enough to get us going. So we'll start with connecting everything and laying out this. Alright, I installed my digital water timer. It's got 2 faucets, one for a water hose that we can use manually, and then one for the drip tubing, which I've laid out. I'm about to connect, let's see, the backflow preventer, followed by pressure regulator, the hose fitting right there, the nozzle and the hose fitting, and this will all connect to the timer. And then attach the hose and start. Alright, update number 3. We've got the digital water timer hooked up, all the components, running the wire along the base of the house. And by the way, it's like 100 degrees already. It's like 11 in the morning. It's very miserable. Should have done this a lot earlier. Comes around and goes along the side. I'm going to add more clamps and whatever to make it more secure, and I'm eventually going to bury this line so it's hidden, but it's going to come here. Now I'm going to connect the small drip lines along the garden. I'm going to run them down and back. Same over here. Down and back, down and back. I'm going to wrap this wire, or this tube, all the way around, and then run more drip lines in this bed. Here. I connected a T connection here because I'm going to extend the line. It's going to go through the gate, or through the fence, to the front of a house, to the front flower bed. So, alright, it's about noon. It's miserably hot, like 100 degrees already. But I've got the main water line laid down. Let's run a little bit of water through it to make sure all the debris and dirt is out of it before I start hooking up the emitters into the garden. We're getting there, slowly but surely. So let's turn this baby on. I'm gonna put it on manual for 10 minutes. Make sure it's coming out of this. Crank it up just a little bit. No leaks. See, I put this plumber's tape around the threads, and man, it's making a big difference. So let's go see if there's water coming out. See, I wrapped it around. So far, no leaks. Comes around like this. Alright, so far so good. Aha! We have water. Hip hip hooray. Let's see if we can't climb up and check the other side. Ooh, that one even has more power. So, water is flowing. That's a good thing. Alright, it's the moment of truth. We're going to check our first drip line and see if it all works. It's becoming apparent to me that I may die if I have to work through this heat for another few hours, so if this drip line's working, I may call it quits until later this evening when it cools down a little bit, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 more of these drip lines to lay before I'm done. So let's give it a shot. Water is on, flowing nice and strong. Ooh, not good. We have a leak. Darn it. Alright. Alright, I fixed the leak. I just had to wiggle this coupler back and forth until it got more secure. And as you can see, the drops are coming out slowly but surely. I don't know, you know, how fast it's all supposed to go, but it's definitely dripping. You see that water coming out? That's why it's so efficient, man. It uses less water and the plants absorb it better. So there we go, my first drip line is installed. About to go, I don't know, install the rest. Alright folks, we've reconvened this evening when the weather got cooler and finally finished up hooking all the drip lines to the raised beds, and let's go take a look. So let's turn them on for just a minute. Hear the water go, there it goes. Alright, let's go check. No major leaks, it looks like, so far. Alright. Water is dripping. I ran these lines up and down, up and down. Oh yeah, drippage. Can I see it? Ooh. Actually, I think I might have put that on backwards. Crap. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. I realized I had a coupler on that instead of a dripper. So this is what the 1 gallon per hour dripper looks like. Nice and slow. Much better. That's what it should be doing. So I put a 1 gallon per hour dripper on the tomato plant. So there's one there. There's one there. And there's one there. Then I ran just normal drip lines everywhere else. So, looks like it's working. Oh boy, that was quite the project. But as you can see, looks like it's keeping moist just what needs to stay moist, and not really getting anything else moist that doesn't need to get moist. So I think this is going to be just right. We'll be able to add more lines as we need them. Well, now I just got to go add 2 drip lines to the front flower bed and we will be good to go. So here's the front flower bed that I'm going to run a couple of lines through. And as you can see, I ran that 1/2 inch pipe from the back. So I'm going to connect the lines right there and there, and right on the length of that bed. That'll be done. Top of the morning, folks. It's the next morning, and we are going to see if the drip irrigation system that I installed yesterday is actually working. So let's give it a shot. As you can see, it's 7:15 in the morning, and I programmed it to run for 2 hours from 5:30 to 7:30. I can hear the water running. That's a good sign. Hopefully there's been no leaks or major disasters, and hopefully the plants are getting solid amounts of water. Looks good to me so far. Yep, deep down it feels nice and moist. That's a good thing. Alright, it's looking good. They say that at the top you'll only see a little bit, what looks like a little bitty wet spots, but it's kind of like the iceberg effect where you know, below the surface there's much more water. So I'm crossing my fingers that that's really how it works. It's the finger method. Oh yeah. Well, feels pretty moist down there. It's a good thing. Let's check the base of the eggplant. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. There's a weird bug that keeps throwing up on my plants. I don't like it. Toss this away. Anyway, it's pretty promising. You can see the drippage. Just like we like it. Let's check down in our cucumbers. Sweet. This is pretty awesome. Boy, that cucumber plant is just monstrous. Alright, here's the front flower bed that I finished last night. You can see the two lines running up. Now that we have good water in this front bed, we're going to have to plant some more flowers because we were just too lazy to keep this thing watered. Let's see, is that one getting enough? Moisture.